to go into any small black holes like the Earth. It would be, your ship just would be too big for the Earth. So you'd go for the next fractal level of black holes, you'd go for the sun. But if you were using a smaller ship and you wanted to go through the black hole of the Earth, then you would find that black hole by going through the sunspots of the Earth. These sunspots would be the volcanoes you find on Earth. And that's when I start to realize as well that volcanoes might not be what we think they are. Meaning that, you know, for instance, the most active volcanoes on Earth are at 19.47 latitude. They're right where I live, on the island on the big island of Hawaii. And we find most volcanoes have a large amount of UFO activity. The volcanoes at 19.47 latitude in Mexico have so much UFO activity that the government, the Mexican government, has started to train pilots so that they know where the UFO activity is and they can avoid these routes when they're approaching Mexico City for landing. It's actually become mandatory that they follow that class if they are landing more than a certain percentage in Mexico City. Why? Because Mexicans typically sit on their porch at night and look at the UFOs coming in and out of volcanoes. That's how much activity there is. So I was thinking, well, if your ship, though, is the size of the Earth, then you'd have to go for the sun. And as I was thinking this, the music was playing in the background, and this was what played. And I thought that was very indicative. Want to hear it again? Yeah. Okay. Beam us up. Let it play. Crank it up.
Well, I dreamed I saw the silver spaceships flying in the yellow haze of the sun. There were children crying and colors flying all around the chosen ones. All in a dream, all in a dream. The loading had begun. We were flying Mother Nature's silver seed to a new home in the sun. Flying Mother Nature's silver
Two objections. One at 5 o'clock and the other one about 10 o'clock.
Pardon me? How we could travel through the universe. The wormholes that John Wheeler predicted, I believe, are actually visible. They are vortices on the surface of the sun that we call sunspots. And they're going directly through to singularity. The vortex we found on Jupiter, the big red spot, 19.47 latitude. The big volcanoes we found in our solar system, the largest volcanoes in our solar system, the Olympus volcanoes on Mars, 19.47 latitude. Go ahead.
On this video, do you know the time scale?
Yeah, this is over, I think, a 2-day period. Yeah, I think it's about approximately 2-day period, but I don't have the timer on it. So I was, I was amazed, but you know what? The sun right now is doing some crazy stuff. Have you all been going through some epic challenge in your life? Don't take it personally. There's a lot going on out there that actually makes it almost unbelievable that we're here. Unbelievable. Did you know that last winter a comet almost twice the size of Jupiter flew through our solar system? Yeah, they didn't talk about that one. They released the data at the last minute. Let me pull it out for you, just so you see it. People don't know about this. Unbelievable. They didn't even talk about it on TV.
Why?
Because they thought we were toast. They thought we were done. A planet, a comet twice the size of Jupiter is not trivial. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. An object twice the size of that is extremely massive. And there's no doubt that it should have disrupted many of the orbits in our solar system and created huge tidal wave on this planet.
Why isn't it?
I don't know. Here it is. This is the video that was given by NASA about it. They didn't talk about it, they just put it on the net, on the solar site. And basically, you were looking at, the basic telemetry of the sun. And then all of a sudden, oh, what's that? Okay, this is called a V1 comet. And you can see that this is not a trivial object. Look at the sun flare that goes at it and actually disrupted its path. And this is the size of the sun, you guys. Okay? The sun is enormous. The earth looks like a little bitty dot beside the sun. Right? This is a huge object flying right towards the sun, actually, and went around the sun. Astronomers thought it was going to hit the sun. That's why they thought we were toast. But it looks, and I'm not sure about this, this is extremely difficult to get data on this. They won't talk about it much. But I think that it didn't hit the sun because of the sun flare that actually moved it away Did you see that?
What's the black stripe?
Oh, that's the arm that holds that little disc so that the lens doesn't get burned. But you can see that that sun flare moved that that comet away from it.
This is the Vatican that did all this?
Well, the Vatican has a large investment in most of the probes that observe the sun and the dates when it was going to come back. Well, they missed by 2 weeks. And all the people that are looking for Planet X, they're all disappointed because they say Planet X didn't show up. They didn't notice a comet twice the size of Jupiter showed up. The comet was 2 weeks in advance from the Sumerian text, but hey, on a 10,000-year prediction, I think that's pretty dang good. Right?
It's a quarter-inch off.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it observable from?
It was. Yeah, it was observable from the west coast here very early in the morning, at sunrise, I believe.
What month?
February, yeah.
Of 2003?
Yeah, last winter. And here's the map when I updated it, and it showed the comets. And there was 2 comets that went by, one after the other. Now let me play this in slow-mo. This first comet came by, which is already enormous. And then this one. Check this out.
Are they in the same orbital plane?
No. They're on an angle coming in.
Right, so it's not quite as bad as it looks.
Yeah. However, the gravitational field of an object that big going inside the Mercury orbit should have pulled Mercury right into the sun. And look at the tail. When it's at the sun, the tail is still in the Earth's orbit.
Well, if you know where the orbit is, you should be able to calculate what the
The gravitational influence was.
what the perturbation is to the orbit.
Yeah, we did. We shouldn't be here.
Why are we here?
If you didn't snap back, that means it still moves.
Pardon me?
The orbit of the Earth, you know, I mean, if you're saying that it changed the orbit of the Earth, then it's changed.
Oh, it didn't. Because if it did change the orbit of the Earth, it would have the calculations show that it would have changed it significantly. And a significant change in our orbit would have generated tidal waves and all sorts of events on the surface of the planet that we didn't see.
Well, not necessarily.
Well, mostly necessarily, yes.
A small change over time would be a big change. A small change in a short time.
It wouldn't be a small change. It would be a large change, including Mercury going into the sun behind the comet. You know? You're talking a huge gravitational field here. Extremely large. I believe that we were given another chance.
We're really not here. We just think we're here.
Well, I think we're floating in grace. We're definitely floating in grace at this point, and somebody is taking care of us. Go ahead.
And with a tail that large, I'm amazed that we didn't get more of a visual on that thing from Earth.
Well, it's because of the angle at which it came in and the angle of the Earth relative to it. It was not easily available. But there's pictures on the net of it. People took pictures in the morning of the comet. It's enormous.
It occurred that quickly. It was pretty.
Yeah, it was moving extremely fast. It moved extremely fast. Within the question of a few days, it was out of our solar system. Yeah.
The size of a comet, I mean, the mass of the comet isn't based on the size of the comet. Comets appear extremely large and yet be extremely small, but what we see is expanded gas. Were they actually able to see the nucleus of the comet?
Yeah, the expanded gas